All right, man, here's a sleeper. This movie here, don't watch this video until you go see it. Go see the movie, then we'll talk. Chocolat. It's a French kind of film. It's in English, but it takes place in a little French village. It stars Juliette Binoche and Judi Dench, Alfred Molina, and Johnny Depp. And this is a cool story. It's worth watching. A single mom blows into town. She's kind of a mystic, kind of a New Age mystic type figure. And she blows into town with a 6-year-old daughter. And she happens to come into town during Lent. And the Catholic Church there is practicing staunch discipline of Lent. And of all things to do during Lent, she opens up a chocolate shop. Now, not just any chocolate shop. Chocolate spices that are mixed into the chocolate, almost like they're medicinal. Like there's various treats and chocolate and spices that are mixed together to accomplish certain things, to raise someone's sexual appetite, or to give someone more energy, or whatever ails the community. And it's funny because there's this relationship and this tension that exists between Lent, a time of fasting and withholding from things that are sweet, and her using this chocolate to minister to the needs of the community. She becomes a source of love when the church isn't, a source of healing when the church isn't. She becomes a sense of healing marriages when the church isn't. And these syrups and these powders and these incredibly decadent, sweet things are just being passed out into the community and making all the difference in the world and doing the very things that the church is supposed to do. Now, why isn't the church doing this? Well, the church is not doing this because it's got a stranglehold on it by a guy played by Alfred Molina. And this guy's a piece of work. He's so much in control of the church with his arrogant religiosity. Never mind the fact his wife has left him because he's a knucklehead. She's gone off to some other town, and who knows what she's doing. He won't accept that fact. He'll deny it, saying she's coming back, she's on vacation. But he's feeding sermons to the young priest in this Catholic church, and he is so upset about this chocolate shop. He wants his church, he sees it as his church now. He wants his church to go through Lent, and he is condemning any and everything that brings about life and light and love and reconciliation. And it's just amazing. He is, in this movie, the classic legalist. The classic legalist. He's all about the rules. He's all about the law. He's not about life. He's not about love. Here's something to learn from legalists, if you don't already know this. You wonder why sometimes ministers fall or ministries fall. It's because legalism, oftentimes. If you become so staunch in your rigid, legalistic, stay by the rules kind of attitude without life in it, without love, you're not very far away from decadence. In fact, you're one iota away from decadence. So the legalist, the control freak in town, can't stand it anymore. He can't live up to his own standard he's set for and imposed upon other people. And he busts open the window in the middle of the night of the chocolate shop, and he sits in, and the sun is coming up. I think it's Easter Sunday. The sun is coming up, and there he sits in the window with a chocolate hangover. He's got chocolate all over him. He's gorged himself with chocolate. And there's the life point. Legalistic people are so close to worldliness, it's not funny. And the control that we put upon one another stifles the love that exists through Christ, through the church. And it took, for this little French community, this little French village, it took a mystic who would even embrace Johnny Depp, a gypsy of all people, and love him where he was. It took a mystic to teach the church to lighten up and to love more. And she did that through her chocolate during Lent. Great life point, great movie. A lot to think about there. If your experiences as a young person were in a controlling, stifling religious church, my apologies. You deserve more. The most relevant thing the church can give you is the Word of God, and that will impart to you this kind of love and life of which we speak. Chocolat.